A close friend wants to know exactly how long you've been without. My beloved child. Don't skip, because what you are about to hear is connected to a conversation that happened much sooner than you think. A close friend has been carrying a question they cannot force themselves to ask directly. They keep wondering exactly how long you have been without the one thing they believe you deserve more than anyone else. They have watched the way you smile while quietly hiding what weighs on your heart. They have noticed the moments when everyone else celebrates while you remain silent, pretending nothing is missing. They do not see weakness when they look at you. They see remarkable strength. Yet something has convinced them that your silence tells a story your words never will. That is why they have been paying closer attention than you realize. Every pause, every deep breath, every time you changed the subject, every unexpected moment when your eyes drifted into the distance became another clue. They are beginning to understand that your journey has lasted far longer than anyone imagined. But what they discovered next changed everything. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The answer they uncovered is so surprising that even they questioned whether it could possibly be true. What happens next may explain why certain doors refused to open while others suddenly began moving toward you without warning. A strange shift has already started behind the scenes. Your close friend recently noticed something that everyone else completely overlooked. They realized you have never stopped believing that your story could change, even after countless disappointments tried to convince you otherwise. That quiet determination caught their attention in a way they never expected. They began asking themselves why someone who had gone without so much for so long could still carry hope inside. That single question became impossible to ignore. Since then, they have replayed old conversations in their mind, remembering little details they once dismissed as ordinary. Suddenly those forgotten moments began connecting like pieces of an enormous puzzle. They are no longer asking if your waiting has meaning. They are asking how they missed the signs for so long. Don't skip. This is where everything becomes more powerful than anyone expected. There is something surrounding your journey that cannot be measured by calendars or counted by months. Every delay has quietly been preparing a moment that arrives only once. That is why your close friend feels an unusual urgency growing inside them. They believe they are standing at the edge of a revelation that could completely reshape the way they see you forever. They are beginning to understand that your greatest absence has also been building your greatest strength. And when that hidden truth finally steps into the light, people who underestimated your journey will struggle to explain what they are witnessing. My beloved child. Before this moment passes, there is one final detail you cannot afford to miss. Your close friend is closer than ever to asking the question they have rehearsed over and over in silence. They want to know exactly how long you have been without the breakthrough you secretly hoped would arrive. Not because they wish to judge you, but because they have finally realized that surviving such a long season required extraordinary courage. They can sense that something around you is changing faster than it appears. The silence is becoming shorter. The waiting is becoming lighter. The distance between where you are and where you are meant to be is shrinking with every passing moment. They cannot explain why this feeling has become so strong, yet they know they have never experienced anything like it before. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter of this story begins with a discovery so unexpected that your close friend may be left speechless when they finally hear the full truth. They believe they are about to witness the moment when everything you have gone without starts making perfect sense. But there is one hidden detail they still do not know, and when it is finally revealed, nothing between you and them will ever feel the same again. A new realization is beginning to settle into your close friend's heart, and it refuses to leave. The more they think about you, the more they recognize that your silence was never empty. It was filled with patience, resilience, and a determination that very few people could have carried for so long. They have started comparing your journey with everyone else they know, and one truth keeps standing above all the others. While many people gave up the moment life became difficult, you kept moving forward without demanding recognition. That realization has left them completely unsettled. They are asking themselves how someone could continue believing after so many unanswered moments. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason this question has suddenly become impossible for them to ignore. They feel as though they are standing just one step away from discovering the missing piece that explains everything. Every conversation they replay, every memory they revisit, and every small detail they uncover points toward the same incredible conclusion. They believe your waiting has never been meaningless. Instead, it has been quietly shaping a moment that very few people ever get to experience. The closer they come to that truth, the more impossible it becomes for them to look away. An unexpected moment is approaching faster than either of you realizes. Your close friend has already begun noticing subtle changes around you that others continue to miss. They see a confidence returning to your eyes. They sense a calmness replacing the uncertainty that once surrounded your path. Even when you say very little, they can feel that something inside you has already begun shifting. That quiet transformation has made them more curious than ever before. They keep wondering if the season you have been living through is finally coming to an end. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They have even imagined what they would say if they finally gathered the courage to ask how long you have carried this unseen burden alone. Yet every time they come close, they hesitate. It is not fear that stops them. It is the feeling that the answer might be far more powerful than they are prepared to hear. Deep inside, they believe your response could completely change the way they understand your story forever. Before another day passes, your close friend may reach a decision they have delayed for far too long. They no longer want to guess. They no longer want to rely on assumptions. They want the truth directly from you because they can feel that this is not an ordinary chapter of your life. It is the beginning of something once in a lifetime. Don't skip. The biggest revelation has not happened yet. They are starting to realize that the length of your waiting is not the most important part of your story. What truly matters is what has been quietly preparing during that entire season. And that preparation is almost complete. Every delay, every unanswered question, and every unexpected turn has been leading toward one unforgettable moment. Your close friend cannot see the entire picture yet, but they are closer than ever before. There is still one hidden truth they have not uncovered, and the instant they finally do, they will understand why everything had to happen exactly the way it did. That moment is closer than anyone believes. A quiet moment is coming that your close friend will never forget. They have reached the point where curiosity is no longer enough. Now they feel an undeniable pull to understand the story you have kept hidden behind your calm expression. Every time they think they have figured everything out, another unexpected detail appears and changes the entire picture. They cannot shake the feeling that your journey has been preparing something extraordinary from the very beginning. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The strange part is that they no longer believe your waiting has been about loss. They believe it has been about timing. While others rushed ahead, you were being shaped in ways no one could see. That realization has left them completely speechless. They have started noticing how people naturally gravitate toward you without understanding why. They have watched opportunities slowly move closer instead of farther away. They cannot explain it, but everything around you feels different now. It is as if an invisible chapter has quietly ended, making room for something far greater than anyone expected. Another surprising discovery is already unfolding behind the scenes. Your close friend recently remembered a conversation that once seemed unimportant, but now every word feels connected. They realized you never complained about what was missing. Instead, you carried yourself with quiet dignity even when no one noticed your effort. That single memory changed the way they see you forever. Suddenly, all the unanswered questions began fitting together. They are beginning to understand that the greatest strength is often hidden behind the greatest silence. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They believe there is a reason they were meant to notice these things now instead of earlier. If they had understood too soon, they might have overlooked the true meaning behind your journey. But now everything feels different. Every delay has become evidence that something remarkable has been quietly building in the background. They can almost sense the moment when everything you've gone without will finally be replaced by something greater than you ever imagined. My beloved child. There is one final realization your close friend has not spoken aloud, but it grows stronger with every passing day. They no longer wonder whether your season of waiting has changed you. They know it has. What they cannot understand is how you emerged with hope instead of bitterness. That question continues to echo in their mind because it has no ordinary answer. Don't skip. The next revelation will connect every piece that has seemed impossible to understand until now. Your close friend is about to witness a moment they never believed they would see. The question they wanted to ask is only the beginning. The answer will lead them toward another truth they never expected to uncover. They are about to realize that what you have been without was never the end of your story, it was the foundation of everything that is about to unfold. And when the next hidden detail comes into the light, even they will admit they underestimated what was quietly taking shape all along. My beloved child. The moment your close friend has been moving toward is now closer than ever, and they can feel it without fully understanding why. They have stopped asking whether something is changing around you. Now they are asking what is about to happen next. Every ordinary moment suddenly feels filled with hidden meaning. They notice the confidence in your voice becoming stronger. They notice that the weight you once carried so quietly no longer seems as heavy. They cannot explain it, but they feel as though they are watching the final moments before a remarkable turning point. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. What surprises them most is that your story refuses to follow the pattern everyone expected. While others assumed your waiting would leave you discouraged, it has made you wiser, calmer, and stronger. That unexpected transformation has become impossible to ignore. The closer they look, the more they realize that everything they believed about your journey was incomplete. An unexpected clue has now appeared, and it has completely changed the direction of their thoughts. They recently found themselves remembering a promise you once made to yourself, a promise to never stop believing that your season of waiting would one day have a purpose. At the time, they quietly doubted whether such confidence could survive for so long. Today, they are no longer doubting. They are amazed. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The question they wanted to ask about how long you have been without that missing piece is beginning to feel less important than the reason behind it. They are starting to understand that every delay gave you something no shortcut ever could. Patience became your strength. Silence became your teacher. Hope became your greatest companion. They are realizing that the version of you standing today could never have existed without everything you experienced before this moment. That discovery has left them completely speechless, because it explains more than they ever imagined possible. My beloved child. One final realization is about to reach your close friend, and when it does, they will never see your story the same way again. They are beginning to understand that your waiting was never a sign that you had been forgotten. It was preparing a moment that had to arrive at exactly the right time. Don't skip. The biggest revelation is still ahead. Very soon, the question they have carried in silence will finally be answered, but the answer itself will unlock another mystery they never expected. They will realize that what you have gone without has quietly been making room for something greater than anything they could have imagined. The closer they come to that truth, the stronger the feeling becomes that your life is standing on the edge of a once-in-a-lifetime shift. And just when they believe they have uncovered the entire story, one final hidden detail will appear, a detail so unexpected that it will change everything they thought they knew about you forever. My beloved child. The silence is no longer hiding what it once did. Your close friend has reached a point where they can no longer ignore the feeling that something extraordinary has been unfolding around you all along. They have stopped searching for ordinary explanations because none of them fit anymore. Every time they remember your journey, one question echoes louder than ever: how did you remain steady through a season that would have caused so many others to lose hope? They cannot find a simple answer. Instead, they have found something much more powerful. They have discovered that your greatest victories were never meant to begin with noise. They were always meant to begin in quiet moments that almost everyone overlooked. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The closer your close friend comes to understanding this, the more convinced they become that your story is approaching a turning point unlike anything they have ever witnessed. They are beginning to believe that everything you have gone without has been preparing you for something that cannot be taken away once it arrives. An unexpected conversation is now closer than ever. Your close friend has imagined asking you the question countless times, but every attempt ends the same way. They pause. Something inside tells them that the answer will carry far more meaning than they are ready to hear. They have started noticing that people who once overlooked you now pay closer attention. Opportunities that once seemed distant appear to be quietly moving toward you. Even the smallest moments feel different, as though the atmosphere itself has changed. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They are beginning to understand that your season of waiting has not been empty. It has been preparing a future that could never have been built in a hurry. Every obstacle strengthened your resolve. Every delay refined your character. Every unanswered moment gave you a perspective that very few people ever gain. Now your close friend is realizing that the question they wanted to ask was never really about how long you have been without something. It was about discovering what that long journey has transformed you into. My beloved child. There is one final piece your close friend has not yet uncovered, and it is the very piece that will connect everything. They can feel it drawing nearer with every passing day. They know that when the truth finally comes into the light, the waiting, the silence, the unanswered questions, and the unexpected delays will suddenly make perfect sense. Don't skip. The biggest moment has not arrived yet. Something huge is waiting for you, and your close friend is standing closer to that discovery than ever before. They are about to realize that what seemed like an absence was actually making space for an unforgettable beginning. The answer they have been searching for will not only change how they see your past, it will completely reshape how they see your future. And just when they believe there are no more surprises left, one extraordinary revelation will appear that neither of you could have predicted, opening the door to a chapter that has been waiting for the perfect moment to begin.